May the 25th, and it goes on for close to 2 weeks. Here's how the players are going to make their way to the French Championships. Monica Seles via Rome, Steffi Graf via mostly the German Championships, Gabriela Sabatini, the Citizens Cup and Rome, Rancho Sanchez, Brancario play a couple. Jennifer Capriati will also visit Rome before Paris. What a life. Sabatini serving 4-1, trailing the second set.
Sabatini really had to work for this one. She had to go here, cover the down the line shot, and hit this one off balance, but she struck it well enough to go for a winner and make it. She hasn't won a point on second serve in this set. She's been broken twice, so she doesn't want to miss her first serve. Graf is starting to climb on her.
15-all.
Nearly 60% on first serves. She's won about that same percentage of points won when she gets the first serve in. When she misses the first serve, still over 50%.
She's been 0 for 4 in set 2.
30-50.
Yeah, this is a must game for Sabatini. She broke Graf twice in the first set. And once in this set, the first game of the second. She's rushing a little bit. You know, she missed an easy overhead that you very seldom see from her here in the second set. And that one there, again, is usually bread and butter stuff for her. Carlos Kirmar probably making a few notes there, so now I've got to talk to her about that afterwards. Solid. Has the quality of tennis improved or what? You know, matches that we watched earlier this week, we saw both of them playing not nearly as well, so but they bring out the best in each other. Watch this again. Here's the down the line backhand that Sabatini just flails away at. Game point.
Oh!
Again, she punishes the second serve. I'm constantly surprised at how well Sabatini can defend against her serve. But she's been broken quite a bit in the last couple of days.
This will bring up another interesting opportunity for Steffi. One of her favorite returns is the big forehand back cross court.
Everybody, Sabatini.
Well, that was actually a first serve that Graf teed off on, and when Sabatini is being attacked on her second serve a lot, she will throw in the second serve first, and Graf wasn't fooled.
Chance here for Graf to break again, give her 5-1 and serve for the set.
Nice way to play a pressure point. Sabatini in danger of going down 5-1. Goes to the net and takes it to Graf.
Well, there's a child in the front row of the box seats behind Gabby that's not enjoying the match. He's crying pretty loudly. It's not Mary's child, but I don't know what a little kid like that's doing on the front row. Bob Euchre would be very jealous.
Game point, Sabatini. That'll go wide back to deuce.
Well, that's a great shot from Steffi Graf. There, you see, Pam, she's fine. You know, wait till you're a mother, then we'll talk, okay? I gotta explain a couple of things to you about kids. It was a tremendous shot from Graf. Back to deuce. This truly is a key game. She's already, Graf, operating with 2 breaks. Sure wouldn't mind one more.
And that was the return of serve that won Steffi Graf Wimbledon in 1991. She smacked a forehand back cross court for the winner.
Operating with 2 breaks, maybe because she got broken herself, so it's effectively 1 break in the second. Break point.
That's the pattern that Sabatini has gotten away from in this set, that attacking approach shot to Graf's backhand side.
Big return, very close to the line, and we have another break chance.
Well, this morning, Steffi Graf went through a patch against Sanchez Vicario where she failed to convert 7 straight game points.
Sabatini hasn't held her serve yet this set. The only game that she won was on Graf's serve in the first game.
Heidi Graf, Steffi's mom, looking on.
Lovely woman, and she's traveling much more with Steffi than anyone else these days. Peter Graf is not nearly the presence he used to be in Steffi's life on tour.
Opportunity, and Graf worked her way to net to earn this another break point chance. It's a smart play, and she comes in on this next shot. Good backhand volley. But this is something else Graf used to do better in '88, is close out these games. She seldom let her opponents off the hook.
4th break point of this game. That's why there is the break, so Steffi Graf has 5 games to 1, and she'll serve for the second set.
In 5 straight games.
Sabatini beat Graf last year. Graf beat Sanchez Vicario in '90. Sabatini and Graf again in '89. Navratilova beat Gabriela '88. Graf over Manlikova in '87, and Graf over Kota Kilsch.
They both spent a lot of time on this court.
And we've spent a lot of time watching tennis on this court. Seems like we've been here since
It's a great event, yeah. I remember when Chris Evert played Gabriela here in 1985, and it went 3 sets. I was sitting quite close to Chrissy, and Sabatini was hitting shots between her legs, driving people crazy. Everyone was rooting for her. And the changeovers, Chrissy said, looked over to where I was sitting and said, "What does she think this is, Wimbledon or something?" Chris ended up winning that one, but it was 6-3 in the third, and it was a very entertaining match. Nice big backhand from Sabatini. That one sails on her. And Graf has really hit out in this second set.
Putting a little more pressure on Sabatini, isn't she? In
Yeah.
a shot like that, she started to make a move to the net.
I had about 20 minutes ago, Steffi Graf was down a set and a break. And she's won 5 straight games. Sabatini's gone away a bit. She's going to have to refocus and become more alert. Because this thing is going to go 3. And the level of her game has dropped. Not only the quality of it, but the focus, the concentration. She's not. She doesn't seem to be reacting to the Graf ball as well as she should be. Steffi's letting him rip.
Close to being 2 sets over here, and we're only just over an hour into the match. 2 pretty quick sets for a clay court, especially. Set point, Graf.
And remember that and it looks like it certainly will go 3 sets. This will be their 5th set, this 3rd set of the day.
Hour and 4 minutes so far. Drop shot for the set. Graf has leveled this match at 1 set all, but come back and watch set 3. It's the final match of the Bausch & Lomb from Amelia Island in Florida. Due to time limitations, we're going to have to move along in this match. We rejoin things in the second game of the 3rd set. This is Steffi Graf and Gabriela Sabatini for the Bausch & Lomb Championships. We're in the 3rd set here of the final match of the Bausch & Lomb Championships. Gabriela Sabatini won the 1st set, and Graf won the 2nd.
Well, Sabatini won all 4 of her points in the first game of this 3rd set by coming to net. We'll see if she starts attacking the Graf serve, especially the 2nd serve. It's always a shame when you dig yourself out of trouble. Gabby did a great job stretching to her forehand side and playing a high, high, high lob, and then missed the next one, an easy one.
You gotta sort of wonder if Sabatini's a little bit tired. She's played every single day for 2 weeks, and in fact, this is her 2nd matchup today. And she just seems a little, perhaps, slow of foot in the last set. She's got a lot of tennis in her. She hasn't lost it in 2 weeks. Winning the first clay court of the year, Hilton Head. 5 games away from winning this one.
She's been on the court now 2.5 hours today playing matches. And if she's in really good shape, physically she should be okay. But as you said, Mary, she's played a long 2 weeks of tennis, and maybe mentally that's what's making her feet slow.
She holds on and wins the game. It's 1 game more in the 3rd set.
1 game more.
Sabatini running around an awful lot. She comes in, and that was a very fine approach shot she hit. From well beyond the baseline, Graf scooted off a winner. And this is a tough shot for her to make. And she still pulled it off. It's a 1-all now. I think it behooves Sabatini to play the net more, make these points shorter.
Six of 7 for Graf. Sabatini has been in, as you can see, a lot more. 59%. Graf a much higher percentage, but she's pretty much got the point won by the time she makes a move to the net. Go wide.
Another reason why I don't think physically either player should feel too bad is for Florida in April, it really is pretty cool. The sun has not been out at all today.
I just think she's a little fried mentally. We've seen her go through funks, Sabatini, and pull herself out of them. And she will need to do just that in this final set. Because Graf really looks very, very alert. Moving well, very agile. She's hitting some shots that she hasn't hit against Sabatini in a long time, since Wimbledon last year.
Great point.
That's a pattern we've seen today quite a bit, where Sabatini approaches to Steffi Graf's backhand side, and she plays the little finesse back cross court, and Sabatini plays that backhand volley up the line, and Graf tries to chase it and pops the lob up. We've seen that about 6 or 8 times today.
At the break point. Passing shot,
yeah.
And she did, but just keep the tape.
Yeah, it's a classic play that Sabatini has developed against Graf. Of course, other players who wish to volley against Graf do the same thing. And that's, again, just a couple of years ago, no one even had a strategy against Steffi Graf. She was #1 in the world, and people went out there and just hoped they didn't get killed. I think that bothers Steffi almost more than anything else, that people actually have a way of being, walk out on the court with tactics.
In the last year and a half, another player who's been very successful with that kind of play is Jana Novotná, who's beaten Graf 3 times. The Australian Open in '91, and the Virginia Slims Championships in '91, and then just recently the Virginia Slims of Chicago.
Lob is good.
The Tweenie. She doesn't win the point, but she gets off another Sabatini.
The crowd like that one.
She hits him at least once every Amelia Island. And it's really, so few people can play this point. But Graf was very, very smartly, was up at the net. But she knew this lob was going to be a difficult one and a defensive one. So she cuts it off.
Deuce. Solid volley from Sabatini. She's got a game point again. This event is sponsored by Bausch & Lomb. It is organized by Capital Sports, whose partnership has been a long and a very successful one. Capital Sports is a sports marketing firm that organizes, produces, and promotes this championship. Regular stop on the tour. It is the 20th stop on the craft tour.
Big hold for Sabatini. Her nose is still out in front.
Coverage of the Bausch & Lomb Championships from Amelia Island. We're at the Amelia Island Plantation, northeastern section of the great state of Florida. Let's take a look at the rankings as they stand now on the women's tour. The Virginia Slims rankings. Monica Seles is #1, followed by Steffi Graf. Gabriela Sabatini is #3. Martina Navratilova 4, but if Sabatini doesn't win this match today, they will switch positions. Arantxa Sanchez-Vicari will stay at #5. #6 is Jennifer Capriati, followed by Mary Jo Fernandez, Conchita Martinez, who lost in the semi-final here, Maliva Franier, and Jana Novotná.
Arantxa Sanchez-Vicari lost to this woman. And during the match, she has what she claims is her first ever injury. A right thigh pull.
And this is the brightest the sun has been out all day long. Actually, since Friday, I suppose, or since Thursday. Oh, what day did we? That's right, Friday it was a nice day.
Yeah, Friday one.
Yesterday was floods. And the temperature immediately goes up about 10 or 15 degrees when the sun comes out.
Sabatini may want to have him go check the mark. It's a mark that everyone can see. Let's see.
It is very close.
Ted Watts is the chair umpire from England. Firms a wide call.
Actually, Sabatini made a very difficult backhand overhead. It was really the more difficult of the two smashes she was asked to hit. This is the one that she hit just wide. She doesn't miss too many smashes. That's unusual for her.
If you're in Graf's position there, you want to see a whole mark. That way the ball was definitely out, unlike eating an apple. You know, and you also want to see a whole worm, don't you? Half a worm.
Wow.
Two games all.
How's this for accuracy? Right in the corner. You can see the mark. Nothing to do.
Dead even, one set all, 2 games all, third set. Passing shot.
That's her favorite.
You almost had the feeling, didn't you, that Graf knew she was going there and still didn't make enough of a move to cover it.
Graf didn't even. You watch what happens. As Pam says, Sabatini loves hitting this short cross court. Watch Graf's racket. She wasn't even close to it. She was defending down the line instead of looking for the favorite pattern shot of Sabatini. It's not that Steffi Graf volleys badly. She's got a sure volley. She just doesn't know how to defend the net. And that's what keeps her, that's what makes her hesitant. And makes her, you know, rethink the strategy time and again of coming in behind a good shot.
Also, Steffi Graf might want to consider not always coming in giving her opponents an angle. Sometimes hitting that really firm backhand approach